I need to preface this and say that not all members of Composure or Composed are bad. Both clans do have good people in there, and I had good interactions with numerous people between each of these clans. I do wish those individuals happy gaming. Please be safe out there with all the coronavirus stuff that is currently going on. The only reason I'm making this video is because I felt after my engagement with this particular individual, they weren't going to take me very seriously if I tried to handle it rather in public or in private with them. So the only other option that I have left to kind of indicate that this was serious for me is to do this in video format. This is not an April Fool's joke, but if you feel like it is, you're listening to the entirety of the video. That's all I ask.
You know, as an individual, man, I'm still learning and still improving upon myself because I have a lot of flaws as a human being that I'm trying to work out and I'm trying to improve on because, so at one point in time, I was making helicopter remarks. So Quinn, you know, typed out to me one day explaining that these kind of remarks are derogatory toward trans people, which I didn't know at the time. I didn't know that was something considered as derogatory towards trans people, which at that point, you know, I publicly apologized about it, and that's been the end of it. And it hasn't been a kind of situation to where I've done it in private, still made helicopter comments, or done it on different discords. It's just stop cold turkey. I'm not somebody that is in support of derogatory conduct. You know, it's either all good or all bad. I can't have this double standard to where certain types of derogatory content is bad, but other types of derogatory content is okay. You know, I have to be one way or the other when it comes to that. One of the last days that I was on the Discord, a former clan member had an open proposal to do tag 3v3 matches, win trading up to 1600 or higher for gold, because he realized that there was a lot of Hong Moon coin that's just free to get if you can hit gold in tag. And I wasn't very comfortable with the ideal at all and super unsettling. I even openly spoke up about it because it just wasn't cool. Quinn made a comment on it basically along the lines of, you know, I'm not one to tell people what to do, but let's not do this publicly because I just want to maintain the integrity of Composure as a clan. And I was just straight up silent about it because win trading's not okay in my book. Win trading's not okay. People who intentionally AFK in 6v6 matches is not okay. And these are the things that play a huge contribution to why PvP is not more active. It's not healthy competition. To the person who had this proposal, I think you're a cool dude. I personally don't have beef with you, and I will say that there are other ways to make Hong Moon coin in this game, and you don't have to resort to win trading or anything else shady in order to get Hong Moon coin. After the whole tag match situation was done and over with, that conversation was deleted a few minutes afterward. However, it was already too late for me as an individual. While I was already no longer in the clan, the seed had already been fully implanted in my head at that point. Now I'm questioning to myself, what are Composed or Composure members doing from a conduct aspect that's either very douchey or very shady? Because at the end of the day, I don't want to be blamed by association, because that can happen in the context of Blade and Soul. I am all up for being held responsible for anything that I personally do wrong, but I don't want to be held responsible for what other people do wrong in the context of Blade and Soul, because I can only ultimately control just myself at the end of the day, and I don't have that level of influence either. Honestly, when I think about it, it's nobody's fucking business who I block, and it's not something for people to criticize on either, especially when they have no background context to why I block people in the first place. In the context of Blade and Soul, there are just a lot of shitty people. It's just how it is in this game community, and if you've been around it long enough, you will encounter these people eventually. That's just how it is. I block people ultimately because I value my peace of mind, and that's all that I want. I understand I won't be able to get along with everybody, and hell, I understand, thanks to Reddit, that you're not always going to be able to talk things out with people. People are who they are. It is what it is. When you got people like Quinn, a clan leader that wants to take jabs at somebody because they value their peace of mind, that's just fucked up and it's disgusting, and that's not something I can get behind at all. Hopefully, if you're somebody who wants to join Composed or Composure in the future, I just hope they treat you better as an individual. I was not 100% in the right with my conduct while I was there, but there was definitely more bullshit on some people's ends than what there was on mine.